We're making a classic dish. You can make it home. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. One of the main things is being prepared. You have to do your prep ahead of time. It's going to make your life a lot easier. The fresh asparagus, they come in, you get them from the market, they have the stems on them. Now in the restaurant, we would use the stems to make a cream asparagus soup. But at home, if you're not going to make that cream asparagus soup, you're going to cut them off because it's going to be tough and chewy. You don't want that. We sliced our mushrooms. We sliced our onions. That's all ready to go. Put up our different ingredients over here. And of course, the feature of this evening's meal is tomahawk steak. I'm going to prep the grill at this point, show you the different types of wood that we're using, and let's go from there. Okay, so we have two different types of wood. We have hickory, I love cooking with hickory, and we have oak. So we have these little wood chambers we're putting right in here. Fire this up. That's going to take a few minutes to get hot. While that's getting hot, we're going to go back on the other side and start prepping the steak. Okay, so we have this beautiful tomahawk steak that we're preparing. Beautiful cut of meat. So basically, it's a ribeye steak with a bone. Absolutely beautiful. You're going to take, I like to use Himalayan pink salt. A generous portion on it. Even get the bone in there. And a little cracked pepper. This is going on the grill, and I want those beautiful marks. I'm gonna use a nice olive oil to give it that flavor, as well as to get those beautiful grill marks on there. Just gonna massage that meat right into it. Got to get both sides of this. I'm putting quite a bit of this cracked sea salt on there, along with cracked pepper, because you're going to char this. Put a little bit of olive oil on both sides. Massage that meat in. All right, now we're ready to cook. Smoke in that chamber is going to be infused into the steak. You can taste the flavors of that hickory and the oak. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. So we're going to let this char. You're not going to move it. We're actually going to cook 3 different ways. When this chars for a bit on both sides and gets the flavor of that hickory and oak, I'm going to do a technique where we're going to use butter. And we're going to infuse that butter with fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, and we're going to baste the steak. Even though it has marbling in it, we're going to put more marbling into it. We're going to put more fat into this because it's going to be delicious. And after that, we're going to finish it in the oven. All right, time to flip it. Okay, so while our tomahawk steak is cooking, grilling very, very nicely, we're going to make our garlic roasted potatoes. I started off with the red skin potatoes, and what we do, we parboil them. They're completely done. We slice them up into wedges, and we're going to brown them. Garlic, paprika, salt, pepper, and then we're going to roast. We're going to roast some fresh garlic cloves in the oven. We're going to put some olive oil on this, and also salt and pepper. So we're going to put some olive oil in here. Nice little amount of olive oil. And we're going to take our potatoes, which are pre-cooked, cut up into wedges. We're just going to put them in and brown them off. Now I'm going to give you guys a couple of secrets in the restaurant. The paprika is going to help brown it, also give it a little bit of smoky flavor. Now watch this. This paprika is going to give it a nice brown color. Then we're going to use our salt and pepper here too. And put on our fresh garlic cloves. Take a little bit of olive oil. This is going to be an oven roasting. Okay, beautiful charring on this steak. Yeah, this is a big boy here too. Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous. Now you're getting the flavor from the hickory and from the oak. It's really infused into the steak. It is such a simple dish. These red skin potatoes, they're gonna have a nice crispness to it. You're gonna have a little bit of the smoky flavor, as well as, of course, the salt, the pepper, and of course the granulated garlic. That really makes the dish. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. We're gonna add a little bit of fresh rosemary and a little bit of thyme. That's gonna give it a little bit of flavor. We're gonna remove it before we serve it. Add a little bit more olive oil. Olive oil has a tremendous flavor. We're serving extra virgin olive oil. I just want to get the flavor from the rosemary and the thyme. And then olive oil is going to help release it. And you're going to taste that flavor inside of the potatoes. Potatoes are really important. So what we're going to do, we're going to blanch the asparagus. It just cuts the cooking time in half. In a restaurant, it's all about speed, efficiency, but I want to make your life easier. Asparagus is already prepped. They're in boiling water. We're going to add a little bit of salt to that. And we're just going to let this cook for about a minute, literally a minute. Then we're going to finish it on the grill. We're going to pull these asparagus out. Put them right on the grill. While the asparagus are cooking, we're going to cook our mushrooms off. A little bit of olive oil in the pan, and this is going to cook down very nicely. And we are just about ready to start plating up, folks. So the next thing, we're going to make a very, very simple sauce. We're actually going to use the sauces that are already available. Mushrooms are a little bit hot. We'll add a little bit of butter to that. Heinz 57 A1 sauce. Now folks, if you do this at home, this can be very dangerous. So you want to cut the fire off. It's the first thing. Then you're just going to put a little bit of cognac along the edge. It's going to give a nice flavor to it. Cut the fire back on. You can gently spread it around. Cut the fire off again. Gently spread it around. Now we're ready to plate up our steak. A little bit of this beautiful sauce at the bottom. I hope you enjoyed the demo. You can do this at home. Tomahawk steak with all the trimmings. See you next time.